Kavita Thulasidas. I am a third generation Singaporean. My grandparents came here from the Sindhi side of the family, from Hyderabad, Sindh, in somewhere in 1950s. And my father is a Malayali, so he came down, I think, when he was about 10 years old with his dad. So we've been in Singapore. I've been born and brought up here, grown up here. This is home. This is a large home. We have about 4,700 square foot of land built up about 6,000 over. So yes, it is a lot of hard work, and as many of these households go, a lot of the work is done, the responsibility of the woman of the house. So I do take a lot of pride. I do take time to maintain the garden, to put things in its perspective. And of course, I'm very fortunate to have very good help as well at home. Yeah, a home like this requires a lot of love and care. My children consider me OCD because I am very, very particular about things being neat, tidy, in its place, and it being absolutely clean. I needed to live in the city because I needed to be really close to home because of the challenges at work. But after some time, I found it very claustrophobic, and I realized that I needed a space that I could sort of own. Yeah, and I think I love collecting a lot of little pieces of art, and you kind of need the space to sort of display it as well. I think a person's home is very much a personal identity. And for me, I think my workspace and the space I live in is sort of very important. It has to resonate with me. You see, it's very natural that a lot of us get things from different parts of the world. We bring them home. Sometimes I've been accused of doing it too extensively, actually. And it's very natural. You find nice pieces and you want to own. I think it's also important to have open spaces, have things that you can move around and not sort of fixed. Like, I don't like a lot of built up in a home. I generally don't have too much built-in cabinets. I kind of like things that I can sort of move around, change as and when I feel I need to. Yeah, so this is really the space where we entertain. I love entertaining quite a bit, actually, and some of my closest friends, this is the go-to place where we sit down together and talk a lot of stories and share and catch up. So yeah, so this is really the space that we kind of come together. I've had a lot of satsangs in this home. A lot of people have come and we've done study circles, satsangs. It's very comfortable. They actually love this space. We clear it out sometimes to accommodate everyone. So a home like this sort of makes it a space where I don't feel the need to sort of take people out. I'm very happy to entertain at home, welcome people home, to cook a nice meal. This is the most popular space of the house. This is where the family gathers for its meals. This is where we sit around and chat and catch up with the day. This is really the place that we've used the most. I like the element of water. And so I thought, some of these areas of the house, I kind of wanted to have water is supposed to be feng shui. It's but more than all that, it just makes me feel good. I enjoy seeing it, and it's a nice welcoming entrance to the house. So at the entrance you saw one water feature, and then this is the other. This is actually another favorite of mine, another favorite feature of the house. It is really, like I talked about, it's in a way trying to bring the outdoor space into the house, and I love that. I love having a lot of greenery and enjoying that tranquility that water brings, that sound of water. All that is very soothing for me. So this is a piece that I got from Koh Samui. It's I think the minute I saw it, I had to have it. It gave me a sense of serenity and humility, and a simple reminder of the moments we need to have in prayer. This is another favorite piece of mine. I found it in Bali. I know it's humongous. A lot of people have asked me how I brought it here, let alone bringing it up the stairs. And I knew the minute I saw it, I knew exactly where I wanted to put it in the house. As you probably already know, I love my Buddhas and the monks. And I think one of the postures that I like the most is the posture of prayer. So yeah, so this is a space where the children play now. This is where they play their video games and PS4, and this is their virtual reality room. This is my room. It's really my personal space. As you can see, it's quite the largest room in the house. I have a lot of big, huge windows. I like to have a home with a lot of light coming in, a lot of ventilation. This is a space that I listen to music, where I rest, recuperate, watch TV, and meditate. As you know, dressing is a big part of my life, as in, with being a fashion designer and running Style Mart. I store all my saris, and this has got, these are my handlooms. That's lovely. So this is where, how I store all my saris, and so they're sort of, so people know that I'm quite careful the way I store them. So this is my walk-in wardrobe, my everyday clothes where I have to go to work, and I insist that every cupboard space is mine. I don't share it. So this is a space where I get ready. This is my dressing room. So this is also the space where I use as my study, and so I have I put all my costume jewelry around. I'm quite organized. I have my makeup, in a very organized fashion, my drawers and stuff like that. I got my handbags and my belts and accessories in this chest. So this is my daughter's room. She's currently overseas, and so this is her space. She loves to read, so bookshelves is very important. Of course, I've changed this room over time with age. I think as the children get older, we kind of need to tweak it in terms of color, and the kind of essentials they need, like a study from a playroom to a study room. Later becoming a makeup space for her, because she's this 21-year-old young lady. So then I started installing more mirrors. This is my daughter Anita's balcony. I think she's very lucky to have this kind of space. I love the idea of just sitting out here, reading a book, sometimes just sitting and reflecting. This is an outdoor space for my son. Of course, the most important part of the house, which is my mandir. When I got the call that we were going to get this house, I was actually already in India at that time, and first thing I wanted to do was I was on a hunt for my puja room door, and I found this door in Udaipur. It's a 150-year-old door. I got all my deities as well. I think it wasn't really something, I just knew that I was looking out for a nice door. I know I wanted that space. One of the places I thought of sort of exploring was the state of Udaipur, and so it was all I didn't really think too much about it. It was just, quite instinctive, I think. And then went around and picked this door. In fact, they were always trying to sell me something shiny and refurbished, and this was something they just acquired. It was left in the corner, quite abandoned, unattended. And I went straight to that and I said, I want this piece. And he said, okay, I'll fix it up for you. I said, you're not going to do anything to it. You're going to send it to me just the way it is. And I've left it. I don't feel the need to varnish it or make it. I like the oldness about it. I think a home should be a home. It's not an exhibition or a showpiece. It has to be something that's livable. Family members have to feel that it's comfortable to sort of lie around, and so I don't really believe in extensively expensive pieces. I'm comfortable with the kids using my cushions, for example, under a plate, and they're eating on it. I would not let that freak me out, So I do believe that a home is a space that needs to be lived in. It needs to be occupied. It needs to be used, and that's what you call your space. Thank you, Tea Story, for your lovely gift, and I will try out your 24 flavors.
again. Today we are going to talk about lights. LEDs have almost taken the market by storm. Instead of having one big hanging light in the middle of your room with probably 6 to 8 bulbs, and yet you notice that the corners of your room are dark, I suggest if you have a false ceiling, you can space them out. This will give you an even lighting in your whole room. If you don't have a false ceiling, you could probably consider track lights. Nowadays with LEDs, there are lights which are called RGB. Gives you an option of having different light settings in the same light fitting at the flick of a switch. Smart lights are also getting very popular these days, which can be operated using app on your phone. It is important to always ensure that any light fitting you get has a safety standard mark from Singapore.